Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Dania Hussain, your host for She Talks Season 2. Welcome to She Talks Season 2. She Talks Season 2 is a platform where we share inspiring journeys of women who never fail to give up. So, today with us, we have a special guest who is Miss Tumpa Banerjee, and she is an artist and she has exhibited in more than 15 countries across the globe. And she has moved from her entrepreneurship journey to a completely artistic journey. So, welcome, Miss Tumpa, to She Talks Season 2.
Thank you so much, Dania, and it's a pleasure for hosting me over here. It's my honor. It's a journey where really it's a very not to be extended as a very big thing, but a very lay person's journey. And yes, it's true. I was into entrepreneurship, and from there, absolutely a different field into art world. It's a very different kind of a journey which I have been through. Thank you for hosting me over here.
Definitely, thank you so much. So, today we shall discover the special journey of Miss Tumpa, which will be an inspiration for all the emerging artists. So, Miss Tumpa, we have few questions for you, which will help the others to know a lot about you. So, we would like to know that can you share a little about your journey, like, into the world of art? What first drew to painting and curating?
Okay. So, as I said, I was never into this field and it is not a planned career for me. It's just
Okay.
happened. And like any other person, I was also like into, I did my schooling, college, and my MBA,
Yeah.
whatever the professional qualifications, and started with my corporate jobs, entered into entrepreneurship, into real estate. And now, all of a sudden, it happened that my son was into boarding school and he returned home after 9 years. So I wanted to take a break from this career, running after,
Yeah.
since morning till late night. So during this break, I really wanted to look inside me what actually makes me feel happy and explore myself. From there, where I found, yes, painting is something which really catch my eyes. And yes, that is where it happened that one of the exhibition I came through social media, and I exhibited my work. And out of surprise, my first exhibition where the my artwork was sold, a Russian young lady who was the owner of that
Yeah.
artwork now. So that gave me a lot of boost. Like I started believing, yes, this can be also considered as a career, and career which I love to do, career which is my passion too. So that is where I took it as a painting as my career, and I started and never stopped till now. And curation thing, it came very organically. Like I used to volunteer myself for organizing the events and all for other galleries and all. And from there, definitely, if you are putting your hard work and true spirits,
Yeah.
so people recognize that talent. And later on, when they started approaching me during
Yeah.
yes, whether you can curate my show and all that, so somewhere like that it happened. So it was very
Great.
organic.
Amazing. So, you are both an artist and also a licensed curator. So,
Yes.
how do you balance these two roles and do they influence each other?
Yeah. So art is something which I'm living 24 into 7. So it will be
Yeah.
always with me whether I'm curating or not. But
Yeah.
it's like I keep on taking orders and whatever it is at the
Yeah.
background always happening with me. But curation thing is something like when I take a project, and yes, in that period of time I focus maybe 3 months, 2 months, I will focus into completely into that project, so that till the event is not being done. And yes, in between I have to little
Yeah.
slow down with the artworks. I don't take further orders or commission
Yeah.
works in between. But yes, art will be always there with me. So
Amazing.
that's how.
Great. So, what are the themes or the emotions that inspire your artwork the most?
Okay. So See, art is all about emotions only,
Yeah.
like where you can freely talk about and portray your emotions, what is inside you. You just put it on the canvas, right? So mainly, emotions. If you see like a mother and child emotions, I have
Yeah.
done a lot of work with the mother and child, and yes, along with that, the daily journey of life, the
Yeah.
chaos, the chaotic world, and wherein this chaotic world, how our life journey actually flows. So these things I try to portray much in my canvases. Besides that, I'm always around the nature. I really love to appreciate nature. Nature is the beauty, which you will always find in my all the landscapes or else in the seascapes. So that is something again. Nature is also a part of my
Great.
artworks.
Amazing. So,
Yeah.
do you have any signature style or medium that defines you as an artist?
Yes, definitely. You won't believe when my artworks are in the exhibitions, people you don't even read the wall tags, and they will say, "I could see from it the length. Is yours," and that is what I prefer doing. My artworks into a very you can say raw manner where I don't have any subject or anything, just putting my colors as a flow and highlighting it with my dripping technique. So that is the technique or the signature style, you can say.
Also, can you walk us through, from your creative process, from the spark of an idea to the finished project?
Yeah, sure. So when any of exactly, there are two kind of works which I do
Yeah.
in artworks. Like one is when you client gives me a order and that I have to fulfill according to
Yeah.
their requirements. Otherwise, which I do out of my own, like out of my
Yes.
own will, I am just creating something. So first I need to create the base of the canvas, and once the base is created, I just whatever the colors I pick out of my own mood, and that is how I spread the colors. And from there, I try to observe and find out some objects which are coming into my mind. So these highlighting those objects with some kind of a dripping technique or some kind of a detailing work, that is how I finish the project as,
Okay.
yeah. So the focal point will be somewhere where the dripping technique I have
But
used.
always, as we are talking about the emotions, always, some emotion is being displayed, we can say, in
Definitely.
each painting.
Definitely, because it
Okay.
is all about portraying what is going inside you and what
Okay.
is your thought process. You need to convey something to the world, something to the viewers. So there should be that kind of, when the viewer is actually looking at the painting, there is a push inside that, yes, there is something to think, something to, the thought process starts. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of a thing should be always there.
Definitely. Great. Also, what do you look for when when you're curating an art show?
Okay, so curation, if you say in today, it's like everything is being curated, but it's like a very, very, very deep and vast thing.
Yeah.
Curation is something like when I take a project for curation, at least there should be 2 to 3 months time for planning and doing everything.
Yeah.
So I need to first decide the theme of that exhibition, plus I need to decide the venue,
Yeah.
and according to the venue, according to the theme, the viewers and everything, then I start inviting the artist. There's an invite thrown on the social media or something for the artist, and through that, picking each and every artworks very carefully. And for me, the selection of the artworks is only and only based on, again, how deeply the artist has created, how the thoughts, and there's a story behind that artwork.
Yeah.
I don't feel attracted very finished work, very good,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
beautiful work from outside, but even if it's a raw and very but has a very deep connections, it
Yeah.
actually connects the viewers. So that is the selection process for the artworks, and what exactly the story behind creating that
Yeah.
art. So that is one very important thing. Plus, we have to look after the audience, like invites guests and all those things. Very minutely small things to be taken care. So that's how it goes, and it's almost a 3 months process to minimum 3 months to 2 months process to be executed. Yes, so that's how.
Great. Also, how do you bring the different artists and the artworks to create a cohesive experience for the viewers?
See, it's very interesting when we have, different techniques,
Yeah.
in art, different mediums,
Yeah.
and it can be some want to, display portraits, some want to display sketches, whereas scenery, I mean, landscapes and all those
Right.
things. So when I'm trying to select the artworks, I told you the first and foremost thing is that there should be some story, or there should be some
Yeah.
very
Right.
good deep emotions behind it. After selecting all the artworks, what I usually do, I just try to place it and try to the color. It can be a color theme combinations, like all the natural colors going on one wall, and that is how mix and match all of the things. Plus even the artists, like maybe only the realistic artists, all the works of the realistic artist in a one wall, and that is how the mix and match. It is really interesting because different phase of artists, like some are into contemporary art, some are into photography. Even I have done the curation for the
Yeah.
photography and all.
Right.
So it's very interesting. So when they actually meet each other, these artists from various parts of the world or various parts of the country, they actually have lot of things to share or exchange. So
Yeah.
even the walls, when it's very interesting to see all the red color paintings, mostly the high very vibrant colors in one side, and again contrasting with some very pastel colors.
Right.
So that is how it goes. Mix and match is a really interesting thing. That's
Great, amazing. So,
yeah.
what's been one of the most rewarding exhibitions you've curated so far, and why?
Okay. See, two of the exhibitions are very close to my heart. One I did only the curation over here only in UAE and Dubai. So it was for the awareness of autism. So that was again something where to meet people of
Right.
determinations, it itself give you so much inspiration and energy, that the curation part was really a thing which I feel honored to do that. That
Yeah.
was one of the very close to my heart. And plus another exhibition which I did this year only in April in Delhi, so in New Delhi, India. So there we had more than 67 artists and displaying artworks of 100, and it included photography, it included various kind of artworks like contemporary, oil, pastel, I mean even the sketches, portraits, everything
Yeah.
was under one roof. And the artists came all over from India, outside India, and that was the place where we actually interacted with many of the legendary artists who were also our guests, and guests from all various sectors, like from corporates,
Yeah.
business tycoons, and even the politicians,
Yeah.
and also from the art field as well. So that was a memory, and we actually successfully sold lot of artworks. Again, yes, artists do need a boost
Yes.
when their artworks
Yeah.
are being sold. That
Of
is
course.
what is the best thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is again a very good experience for me. So to
Great,
learn with it.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, also, how do you believe that art impacts society and individuals on a deeper level?
See, when we say art is a therapy, that
Yeah.
everyone says, and it actually is a therapy. How I'm saying, like even I have done with the patients in the hospitals.
Yeah.
I've done with autism people, people of like Alzheimer patients and
Yeah.
all.
Right.
So, no doubt it's a therapy, and it impacts individuals, right? So what art really gives you, it gives you a platform where you can vent out all whatever the chaotic world, whatever you are going through your day to day, or whatever the hinders you are having, you can just freely express on your canvas. No one is there to judge you, no one is there to, like, see which colors you are using, or what, why you are doing this. And so that is the platform where you can just express all your feelings without any fear, without any judgment. That is what I feel. So obviously it impacts. And through art, first of all, we can also convey a message to the society. So many things happening in all around the world, especially today's world. See, wars and whatever the things happening with the women's, how to uplift the women's, and you through art, you can express. It's not necessary it's a canvas, it can be a wall. You can just create in the wall, and a message can be conveyed. So it's impactful not only to the individual people, to the entire society, to the
Yeah.
entire world. So
Great.
that's, yeah.
Nice. So, we also know that you're a dogophile. So, you're
Yeah.
an animal lover. So, tell us your bond with the animals,
Yeah.
especially dogs. Has that love found its way into your art? Both are connected.
One thing I must say, I started art because of my dog.
Okay,
I've created my
great.
first portrait of my dog.
Okay.
So there it gave me, like I could not even imagine, yes, I can complete one full portrait on a canvas. But it happened just because of my pet. So it's a blessing for me, for my
Yeah, of
pet only,
course.
this
Yeah.
art thing entire. And yes, I have been rescuing all stray animals. Here we don't find stray, but in my home country in India,
Yeah.
yes, there were stray dogs and all. I have since long back I have been rescuing them, and all I have at my home 6 pets right now. So 6 dogs I'm already having at my home, and all are adopted ones. So it's
Okay.
not that I bought a very good looking breed and having it. So all are adopted ones. All have their own stories how it has been adopted and all. So I really
Right.
they are again just like art. They are again which can actually uplift your mood, and you can really feel that
Yeah,
comfort near to them. So
definitely.
this is again a therapy to
Great.
be with the pets. So that's
Nice,
yeah.
amazing. So, outside of art and curation, what activities or experiences fuel your creativity?
Yeah. Okay, so I used to be a marathon runner.
Oh, great.
Used to be because since last 1 year I'm not doing it. So very
Okay.
honestly, I used to be, and still I enjoy my walking and jogging, but I'm not actively into marathon running now. Again, it's a meditation. Even
Yeah.
running is a meditation where you just keep on into your own phase and you just run. So I've done 50 kilometers and long runs and all.
Yeah.
So that's how. And even gardening. So I love to be around a lot of plants you will again
Yeah.
find in my home. So these are
Yeah.
the few things as I told you, I always love to be near the nature, and that is what I can portray in my artworks also. Yes, even you won't believe I, pick up things from the garden to use it in my paintings for my
Okay.
canvas to create the
Oh.
textures. So that is what one another thing. So apart from that, yes, dogs are always there with me, my pets and all. So these are the few things. Yeah.
Great. So, also what challenges have you faced as a woman artist and, curator in today's world?
And not exactly challenges as a woman artist or something, I won't say, but yes, challenges as an artist. You
Yeah.
know, to be very honest, it's very easy to become an artist, but
Yeah.
very difficult to become a professional artist. When I say
Right.
like professional artist, like you have to win your bread and you know
Right.
but out of that, so how
Yeah.
to create an income. See, you will find several artists who are great talented and everything, but hardly we find their work in the market, or hardly we know them that yes, they are a good artist or something.
Yeah.
So that is what I say, ki challenges are there at that part where truly a talent can be uplifted and I created a platform for them to create a career as a career. So that challenges I have found, but not as a women or something that sort of. But yes, to create it as a professional level, I have found that kind of challenges. Definitely.
Definitely great. So, how do you handle creative blocks or moments of self doubt? There are sometimes when you are having moments of self
Yeah.
doubts and, some mental blocks. So,
Uh, See, art is a therapy, right?
of course, as you
So
said.
I use my art only as a therapy to remove all my doubts, and hardly there are any doubts. See, I never took it as a very pre-planned thing as a, my career. It happened as a professional level, but
Yeah.
my main purpose was to, for a relax, for a
Yeah,
passion, or
yeah.
for a time pass. This is what
Definitely.
everyone usually
Yeah.
starts with art.
Yes.
And so mental block, you can say, yes, at times it happens, like how to break those barriers and come in front, or you can say market my own product into more valuably.
Yeah, yeah.
So that kind of block is always there, like to find out new platforms, to find out, to get good networks, to
Yes.
reach more clients. That kind of blocks are always
Yeah.
there, but there was never a self doubt, never a self doubt, because this is something which I have been doing out of my own inner spirits.
Yeah.
So it's like I never doubted myself ki whether I will be able to create good or bad, because art is all about everything is good in art. No art is bad, because everyone is creating out of their own thought process. You may have a different thought process, I may have a different thing.
Right.
I have a different story to tell. Even if I put a dot on a full canvas, that is my thought process. So
Yeah.
you cannot say this is a bad art or this is a good art. So that is how there was never a self doubt. So whatever I'm creating for my own thoughts. So I don't want anyone to judge on that. So or nor I am even bothered whether my artwork is judged or not. So that is never a
Definitely.
self-doubt. Thank
Great.
you.
So, where do you see your artistic and curation journey, like heading in the next few years?
You're again asking me something which I never planned for myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just believe in doing my good work, my with a good intent. I am true to myself what I'm doing. That's it. How let it come. I go with the
Go
flow,
with the flow. Yeah. Okay.
and I'm sitting here today. Even whatever I'm telling about my life journey, I never even thought 2 years back that I will be doing this podcast and
Yeah. Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
about
Of
my this
course.
life
Yes.
journey. So whatever is coming on my way, I'm just accepting the opportunities or whatever God has been kind. So I'm just going with the flow. That's I can say. So I'm not even projecting myself where I would be in next 5 years. So definitely, if God's
Yeah.
wish, will be in a good place.
And no plans as such.
No.
So, also, do you have any upcoming projects or any exciting projects, based on, these artworks, anything exciting coming up?
See, right now I actually launched my own website. So
Yeah.
I'm working more focus on that. So I'm working on that. I have, for the time being, I have not taken any projects in my hand. So whatever I completed, it's okay now there. Yes, definitely on daily basis, whatever the art orders which I get, that of course I'm doing it, but not as such a curation projects and all. That for the time being I've taken a hold on that. But yes, if something again interesting comes up and it really excites me, I will definitely go for it.
Definitely
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
And also, if you could give one piece of advice, to the emerging artists and the curators, what would it be?
Okay, so the artist, emerging artists, I mean the budding artists and all.
Yeah.
First of all, if you really passionate about this thing, don't just hold yourself
Yeah.
keeping it as only a passion. You need to look forward to create it as a career or as a profession, because if you are good at something, just make it, take it as a career and profession. That is how for the long run you will be happy with the profession. So definitely there are few things, just don't rush on, after creating the works, how I will sell, how
Yeah.
I will sell. So this selling part is important, of course, because we all have to, take care of our expenditures and everything. But selling, apart from selling thing, you need to also see what you actually want to convey to the world through your art. So stick to that point, because commercially if you start, creating, you will lose your own identity, your own technique, your own style, which you want to actually show to the world. So that should not come in between your own journey. So just for selling part also, I must say that there are various ways. We can always go and reach out to the interior decorators
Yeah, right.
who actually give us lot of orders, plus the corporate worlds, hoteliers and all. So these are few things which you have to work on. But yes, stick to your own style, what exactly you want to convey through your art. That powerful statement should be there and you should convey to that world.
Definitely. And finally, what does art mean to you in one word or phrase?
To me, art is in meditation. Meditation, because I can, if you say, I can just forget, I can cut off the world
Yeah.
around me when
Yes.
I'm creating something.
Great.
So I don't mind if others are hungry at home, I have to cook, I have to go out for some other work. I will forget everything when I'm creating something.
Yeah.
So it can be 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours,
Okay.
I'm into that. And even
Okay.
I don't feel thirsty, hungry, going to the washroom, nothing. So that is kind of a meditation. This is a true kind of a meditation. So if you
Right.
ask me to meditate, sit and meditate, I won't be able to do. But if you ask me to meditate through art, I can do.
Yeah.
So it means meditation for me.
Definitely amazing. So now the last question for the day is, what is your piece of advice to all the upcoming, young women entrepreneurs?
See, young women entrepreneurs, I must say, believe what you really want to prove the world, what you are inspired with. Just inspire others also with the same thought process, with the same principles of your life. So nothing is obviously impossible, I can say. Just focus on that thing and just walk with the flow. Again, walk with the flow.
Definitely.
Definitely, if you are true with your intentions, Almighty is there to help you.
Amazing. So it was a wonderful session with you, Ms. Tumba. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
today for She Talk Season 2. And we wish you all the best for all your future endeavors and your future projects. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much.
So thank you everyone. With this, we end our today's session for She Talk Season 2. This is your host Daniel San signing off. Thank you so much.